Hey guys, welcome back again to Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. So we're back again. Now, if you guys have noticed, a couple of the videos I've been doing lately have been kind of upgrading things. Starting with the AOC 27-inch monitor, and of course, you heard me mention before, I have another monitor coming in with Samsung that should be here Wednesday. Now, in preparation with, since I got the new monitor and the other new monitor coming, I decided to get one of these monitor mounts, these dual monitor mounts. Basically, this is going to clip, or should I say thumb screw, onto my desk, hopefully, and I can mount dual monitors, which basically frees up more space. Now, as you guys can kind of see, this is one setup I have. This is actually my work from home computer. This is my work computer. This is what I use when I'm not home. I use this for my 9-to-5 Monday through Friday job. Because obviously I can't use my home computer for my work. It has to be something that's sanctioned by my company. So my company computer is down here on the floor, and I have my monitors here. As you can see, the monitor stands, they take up a bit of revenue, or a bit of real estate on my desk here. Now, I originally had my router and my modem back here, so these actually came out a few inches more, cutting up even more space. So I was able to push those back, so now I can actually use a lot of room. I can take my my packs, you can see here, or if I have other items, I have more space that I can work on, modify on my desk here. I have plenty more space to use now. Yes, my desk is a bit beat up. I am in the market for a new desk. So hey, if anyone knows some good deals on a nice L-shaped desk, or possibly two desks I can combine together, please hit me up in the comment section below, or better yet, email me at davesdimension78@gmail.com. So, now that you guys can see that, we're going to unbox this, and the way my L shape is, my L shape goes, excuse me, goes here, and then goes off to the side. And I have the 27-inch, and I have my little 18-inch Samsung, which I'm thinking of moving adjacent here, connected to a Blu-ray for just, you know, if I want to watch a movie while I'm working on stuff, I can just have that playing in the background. So we're going to open up this bad boy. Let's find a nice sharp object for me to not stab myself with. Okay, here we go. So now, I did a lot of research on various YouTube channels, and a lot of people seem to be pretty in favor of this WAli, W-A-L-I. This is actually some of them. There's a lot of different ones. There's ones that have more of a structured arm, more gas propelled as far as like moving the arms, swiveling them around. I don't really need that. I'm not going to be moving these around that much. I would just want them to hold up and hold my monitors. There are some people that will rotate their monitors so that they can just go into Windows, do a control, I think it's Control R or something like that for rotate. Or you can go into your display settings and change it so that everything reads lengthwise, which is great for social media, going through your Facebook timelines, or your Facebook newsfeed, sorry, Twitter. Maybe you're on YouTube and you're following a live stream, or you know, following someone's gaming stream and you want to read the chat. It's great for that. I really don't do that, so that's perfectly fine. Now, in case you're wondering, this is this is actually rated for, let's see if we can get that right there, guys. So this is rated between 13 and 27 inch. This supports 44 pounds. Articulating dual monitor desk mount between 13 inch and 27 inch. And there is a model number. This is model M002. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Do I have more tape down here? Yes, I do. Again, this is, brand is called WAli, W-A-L-I, model number M002. So let's open this up. Let's see what we get here. First thing we get, little piece of instructions, unpacking instructions. Yes, you need instructions to unpack. Give you a full list, a full inventory of everything that you're going to get with this. There's even some Allen keys in here. So they give you the tool and a little wrench. So everything's right there, guys. Gives you a little example on how to set this up. And everything seems to be nice and clear. It's very clear to read, very bold. Now you do have an option. You can do that, the little threaded thumb screw, kind of clamp-like. Or they give you this option here. So you can mount this here to kind of connect together. So I may wind up doing that depending on my desk, because my desk really isn't a traditional desk. Basically, it's an L-shaped table. You have this kind of fiberboard, kind of plywoody type tabletop, but then you have metal framing here. So depending on how far the framing is from the edge, that's going to determine how things are going to go. Now, of course, what they give you many different parts in here. It even goes through applying the Vesa plates onto the back of your monitors. Now, what's that, Vesa? Okay, if you ever looked at the back of your computer monitor and you notice 4 little holes around a square, that means you have a Vesa mount. Okay, that means that you can take a plate like this and apply it onto there and connect it onto a monitor mount. Okay, that's what that means, guys. So we have one box, and let's see and we got another box, and then you get a piece of styrofoam in the box right there. What do? Chuck it and file it. Chuck it and file it. Now, obviously, you have 2 boxes. One's a little bit higher than the other. This one's much wider and lower. So we're going to cut into this one right now. Okay. And so what do we got here? We got a nice sturdy pole here. Yeah, that's what she said. Okay. With branding, WAli. So we're going to pull that right out. Now, if you notice, we got a couple holes here. These are where the screws would go in the bottom mount right there. Okay. As you saw, there's the plates where you can mount several screws, and that's where this pretty much goes into to hold it in there. And then, of course, you have another hole for a main screw to thread in to hold it right into place on the underside. So this buddy is not going anywhere once everything's secure. Then, what do we have here? Well, we have your dual mounts. Let's get this right on open. Okay, so this obviously goes over your pole. I probably have this upside down because I got the text made in China. But basically, this would go in here. There's a little bolt right in the center where you would tighten this, and then the arms. The arms are fully posable. Of course, you have more screws and bolts to tighten and loosen, and obviously this is where the plates come into play. So you can tighten everything. You can move everything around. You can see, like right here, I am just moving that. So it's nice and sturdy. We're going to take this off the pole and move on to the next piece, guys. Sorry about that, guys. So, let's move on to the next piece. I do apologize, I should have had my phone on silent. Yes, that was my ringtone. Down with the sickness is my ringtone. My text message tone on my phone. Okay, so we got a nice little bag with all the hardware, all the screws and bolts and everything in separate little sections, keeping it nice and identified. Okay, So we don't have one big bag and we're trying to help figure out, oh, which one goes where. So this goes underneath. Now these little grommets in the bag, these little pieces, this is part of your cable management. Yeah, they have a little, this goes right onto the pole. And you got some slots so you can keep your Allen keys with the arm at all times. So like 6-8 months down the line, if I need to make adjustments, I'm not having to say, oh, where did I put those? Where did I put those? You keep them right with it, which is very cool. These are Allen wrenches, good size Allen wrenches, and this is the wrench that comes with it. Now here is that clamp I mentioned. We're just going to rip that bad boy right on open. So the way that this will work is, this is a metal piece, and there's going to be another piece that mounts over here, and this basically thumb screws up to hold a nice flat mount. Let me see. See, that's going to be interesting. I won't know how exactly this is going to work. I may try to do it. Wait, no. I'm looking at my desk right now, guys, and I'm just figuring some of this is going to stick out a little bit, but this is going to be on the back side of my desk. So I may do that, I may not. I may actually do the bolt on the inside of the frame, because if you don't know, I have some index cards here. Let me illustrate for you. Okay, let's say this is the tabletop. Okay, let's say this is the tabletop itself. Okay, you guys can see it's L-shaped. Now the frame, pretty much frame is this inside part. Okay, so the frame goes inside like that. So what I might do is, going by this method, and this is basically how the tabletop is actually divided. Okay, so what I may do is, I have a little edge here, really. This is nothing. So I have a little curved edge. So what I may try and do is, I may actually try and drill on the inside here, and have one arm here, the other arm here. But we're going to see how that turns out afterwards. So, like I said, this is really nothing. It's not really an L shape. There's a slight curve, so this is just this is no space right here. Okay, this is just background. So what I might do is, since I have one monitor here, I'm going to have the other monitor here. So I might just drill, like I said, on the inside of the frame. So we're going to see how that works out, guys. Okay. Oh, let's take a look at the other pieces. These are the Vesa mounts I mentioned. And the way they work is basically you mount this on your monitor. Okay. Let's take it out of the plastic so you guys can get a better look. So we're going to take it out of the monitor. And what's great is, you see we have a screw right here. And then there's little slits right here, guys. So this is going to slide right onto the mount. And then you have a little screw here for heightness, so you can kind of lower it or raise it, lower it or raise it on there, so you can get the right size or the right height. So that's pretty simple. Now, the Vesa mounts come with two types of holes, because some monitors will have, you'll have to use the higher ones, the outside force holes, or depending on your mounts or your monitor, you may have to go with the inside hole. So these came with both options, guys. That's very cool. You get two of these, obviously. This is the table mount. So this is what I'm actually probably going to wind up using. And if you notice, this has the same holes as the pipe does. Drill right through. Affix it to the inside. And Bob is your uncle. Now, if you notice here, you got a little bit of thread here. So this should catch on. And here's that top piece I mentioned before. This connection, no, this will go onto here, and the hardware will mount onto it. So basically, you can have this right here, and this right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not, right there. See, you have this here. This has a little bit of a little foam, nothing too big, but a nice soft surface. Would it go like? No. Yeah, it'll go like something like this, and then mounting this on. So I'm gonna figure out how I'm going to get this as far as placement. It all depends. We're gonna see. We'll see what works out, because I'm gonna set up the arm first without the monitor on, just to do a test and see how sturdy it is. And then we'll apply the one monitor, because I don't have the other one yet, and we'll see how well that holds. So we're going to be right back as soon as I get everything assembled. So here we are, guys. What do you think? These are some nice solid pieces. I mean, this is all metal, guys. This is steel. This is not some cheap, plastic. I mean, even this is metal here. I mean, the only thing plastic so far are this cap for the screw right here. So this is looking pretty sharp. I mean, these holes are threaded. I mean, this looks like pretty quality steel. And honestly, I didn't pay that much for this. I think this is around, I want to say between 26 and 28. Let me tell you guys right away. I paid, pull up my orders. Yeah, I got this for $26.99. If you guys can see that. I don't know how well that's coming up. I got this for $26.99 on Amazon, and they had a 10% coupon on top of that. So, got that. I just ordered it like the other day, I think. Yeah, Saturday night I ordered it, and it came in. So, that was very cool. I'm sorry because of the brightness you guys can't see. Let me see. Turn that off. Yeah, you guys still can't see that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I got it on Amazon. I'm actually going to throw the link in the description below. But after I have everything set up, I'm going to come back to you guys, okay? Okay, so here we are. I threw the couple of screws into the base plate. This is basically which is going to mount right onto the table. Now I have to add the other part where the thumb screw style goes onto. That's going to mount on one of these, or actually two of these holes are going to be connected to bridge that connection, and we'll see in the next part. Okay, so there we are. The C-clamp is complete on there. Took two of the G screws, just like it says in the manual there. And I have them on here now. And these are not going anywhere. These are nice and sturdy. So, gonna move on to the next part, guys. This is actually fairly simple. I mean, between the directions and the tools that they give you guys, I mean, this is pretty basic. So, I really don't anticipate needing to have a second set of hands here. So, we'll see in the next part. Excuse the mess, guys. Yes, it's winter time here, so I have some tape and some of it ripped, so I just use some tape on here. So, yeah, this is on here, guys. Excuse the mess that you'll see here, but that is on there. I know I have wires everywhere, guys. I also have a cable management kit that came in, and I'm going to be taking care of this. But I mean, look at this. This is not going anywhere. By the way, these are the holes I was talking about for the Vesa mount. And that's going to be the next step. Okay, so here's something else that's very good, guys. On here, you have two options. They give you the hardware if you have a curved monitor. Basically, you have this little insert paired with one of these screws. Okay, so there's that. Or they have some other ones. These kind of cap, these little I guess you would call it a knob screw, that goes on for the flat ones. So if you have a flat surface or flat back monitor, that's what you use. But me, my AOC happens to be curved, so I'll be using these little inserts. I guess you would call it more of a spacer, so that it can align properly, and then we'll fasten these screws onto there. And they give you enough for 2 monitors. So that's, I mean, obviously that goes without saying, it's a dual monitor setup. But you could do it as a single monitor setup as well. Now this gives you a little bit of a spoiler here. They give you extra pieces, if you notice right here, for your cable management. So after I have that connected, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here I actually wound up going with the screws that you would use for a flat mount instead of actually the curved mount ones, because depends, different monitors have more of a steep curve. This one not so much. I was actually trying with the other ones and they would not go all the way in. So I just went with the flat ones and it's on there pretty good now. See you in the next part. Okay, so here we are. The monitor is on. This, like I said, just slides into the groove. You got the little cap here. You tighten it and it stays nice and flat. Now if I needed to put this at an angle, there's an Allen right there. You would loosen that so you can raise it up high. You know, tilt it back or tilt it forward. Also, you can rotate it so it's lengthwise. Of course, it's best to do it with 2 hands. So I'm going to set you down for a second. And there we are. Now each of these can be tightened or loosened at each hinge. Now these are little rubber cable managements that go right onto the bar. You just slide your cables through here and here. And here's the other one I mentioned. What I'm going to do when I have the other monitor is I'm going to put a zip tie to hold both of them down here. And then I'm going to use the other stuff I have for cable management to tighten it up, to tidy it up, I should say. So there we are. Please excuse the mess here, guys. Got a lot of cleaning. This is like a storage, workplace, tech room. I'm still trying to clean everything up. This is just one of the biggest upgrades. So I'm going to be cleaning everything else up. This is, like I said, my area, but we also use this for storage here. I gotta clean that side up. Excuse the mess. Fortress of Geekitude. All my craziness, my packs. Right there. Still in the process of cleaning everything up. But there we are. Okay, so there's the monitor. She's raised up. That's the AOC. And as you can see, like I said, I'm cleaning up and everything. But that, I mean, here's the other monitor. And look how much space I have compared to that. So much more. So much. Now, I might not keep the speakers right there for now. But until I get the Samsung to replace this old Samsung. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is pretty much... It's just at it, the top of it just reaches the arm level. So this is going to be a major improvement for me right here. And I mean, it's going to add so much more space. Yes, I do have to clean up my desk here. I do have a lot of mess because I was just working on a bunch of stuff. I'm still trying to organize everything. Computer wire management is the next project, and I got a bunch of these today in a kit from Amazon. This is basically, it zips down and you can wrap this around your cables. Got a nice little attachments here. I have that, and I have one more thing, and I will find that in a second. Basically, they're little round, I guess you could say grommets. They're nice little grommets for holding everything together. and I will show you guys them when I find them. Yeah, I'm not 100% organized, so I apologize, guys. But I will show you guys them next time. So until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimensions saying keep on busting, and I'll catch you on the flip side.